guys, welcome to day 10 of our Pilates 28-day challenge for February. Today's 15-minute session is going to concentrate mostly on abdominal muscle strength and endurance, particularly of the rectus abdominis and the external oblique muscles. So the muscles kind of all across here. Just being careful if you do have any low back pain or acute injury. Some of these exercises are probably not recommended if you do have any acute pain. So if you've got a new injury or a flare up of an existing injury or anything like that, please be very careful and maybe sit this one out today. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to lie on our backs. Let's come onto the mat. We're going to think about our Pilates posture first then. We're going to bend the knees, keep the feet flat on the floor, and take the legs hip width apart. So let's take our heels apart and then our toes apart as well. So you're in this nice hip distance apart position. Then we're opening up through the collarbones, maybe nodding the chin very slightly, putting in a little cushion here if you need one for your neck to give it support and good alignment. And then sinking the rib cage just gently down into the floor. We're going to begin today's session again connecting with our breath. So we're all leading quite busy lives, I'm sure. We're all trying to juggle maybe working from home and helping our children with schooling, and maybe just in general we're feeling that pressure and that stress building up over the last little while with the pandemic and everything. So let's just take a moment to center ourselves. Let's take a minute just to sort of forget about everything else and focus on the moment now in this next couple of minutes for yourself. We're going to start with a nice deep breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Even close your eyes if you like as we do this. We're inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Think about creating some length through the upper spine, imagining a little string at the crown of our head, just drawing us up, lengthening through that upper spine. Continuing with the deep inhale, maybe hold that breath for a second or two at the top, and then exhale out through the mouth, completely relaxing. Let's continue that nice deep breath. You can keep your eyes closed if you like, and let's start with some pelvic tilts then. We're going to inhale as we allow our pelvis to roll forwards down towards our toes, and then exhale as we roll backwards and imprint. So if you can see my pelvic bone, I'm inhaling as I roll that forward into an anterior tilt, making this arch underneath, and then exhaling as I come all the way back and imprint into the mat. So inhaling to roll forward and exhaling to roll back. Just allowing the rest of your body to completely relax, continuing that lovely breath. Let's go for one more. We're inhaling and exhaling. And then let's settle halfway between those 2 points. So that's our pelvic neutral position. And we want to maintain that through the abdominal exercises that are going to follow now. We'll start then by taking our right leg to tabletop and hold it. Let's think about engaging through our center now before we take the second leg. So on your next exhale, think about drawing your belly button ever so slightly down towards the floor. Think about tightening a little through your pelvic floor. So imagine you need to pass wind or urine. Let's try and hold that in using our pelvic floor muscles. And then keeping this lovely stability across the pelvis and waist, let's float the second leg to tabletop. So we're here now, ready to begin. We're starting at double tabletop. Keep your rib cage down towards the mat, pelvis neutral, belly button gently drawn down. Let's start with scissors then at level 2. We're going to exhale as we allow the right leg, keeping the knee bent, to lower down, tip the ground, and come right back up again. Let's swap that to the other side, the left leg. We're lowering down, keeping the knee bent, keeping pelvic neutral, and we'll alternate again. Exhale on the way down, inhale on the way up. Swap to the left, exhale down, inhale up. And we're not going any faster than this for the moment. The exercises will become a little more challenging in a moment. But what I want you to do is take your time with this one and focus on the control. Focus on the posture. So by me trying to maintain my pelvic neutral position, by trying to keep my rib cage down towards my mat, I'm really getting that control and that work coming through my abdominal muscles, a little bit through my thighs, a little bit through the low back too, but really focusing on this area at the front. Don't go any faster. Remember, it's all about control here. Keep going. Exhaling out through the mouth on the way down. Inhaling through the nose on the way up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Draw the belly button down. Exhale down. Inhale up. To make it a little more challenging at this level, take your hands just to shoulder height and have your hands just in the air, elbows straight, wrists straight, just increasing a little bit of that activity through the abdominal area. Let's go for one more on either side. Keeping the knee bent, making sure the hip is the lever here. And back up. Let's go to level 3, making it a little more challenging. We're going to lower the right leg, and as it comes up straight away, let's drop the left leg. So like a scissors, we've now got this reciprocal movement. One leg up, one leg down. Still keeping really strong across your pelvis, really strong across your core, so that the ribs are not popping up, the low back is staying really still and neutral, and so is your pelvis. When we touch the ground with either foot, still hold on to that leg a little bit. So you don't sort of want to let go of the leg completely. It's just a little hover or a little tap across or on top of the mat. And keep the breath going. Exhale and inhale. I'm sure you're feeling your thighs a little bit too. Exhale and inhale. Let's go for 2 more. And stop. And let's come to the next level of scissors. We're going to keep our pelvis neutral. Nod your chin now to lengthen the back of the neck a little more. We're going to lift ourselves up off our shoulders, still maintaining neutral, drawing the belly button down, and we're going to stretch our right leg. Lengthen it out. Don't let it go all the way to the ground, because that's when you might lose neutral. Let it hover, and let's extend the other leg. See if you can reach your calf so that both legs are straight. Draw the belly button down again, and off we go. Swap, and swap, and swap, and swap. Keep going. Swap, and swap, and swap. We're going to go for 2 pulses. Pulse, 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 pulse. That's it. Keeping the chin nodded. We don't really want to look at the ceiling here, because after a while that's going to strain the neck muscles. So nod the chin as you're looking towards your thighs, keeping the pelvis neutral, the tummy tight. Let's go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. Let's bring the legs back together to double tabletop. Now let's support our head in our hands. So support your head in your hands. Nod that chin again. Keep the legs together. And then without allowing the back to arch, let's lower both feet down. So double leg, drop and lift back up. So that's really going to work those abdominal muscles. Let's lower down, tummy pulled in and lift. Keep going, but if that's too challenging for you, for your back, what I suggest you do is to lower your head, come back to the legs being apart, hip distance apart, and then do one leg at a time. So we'll go back to scissors level 2. So if you find the double leg drop just pulls a little too much in the back, or you're not able to keep your back still and connected and neutral, then go back to single leg. You need a little bit more time to build up some strength. So take your time, go back to this one. Otherwise, we're up, chin is nodded, remember legs are together, and we're coming down. And you're not coming down, allowing that to happen. Remember, keep everything down, tummy tightening as you lift and lower. Exhale down, inhale up, keep the knees bent. Exhale down, inhale, lift. 2 more. And lift 1 more. And lift. Let's hug the knees into the chest for a moment. Every level, well done. Great job. Excellent stuff. Let's drop the feet back to the mat, back hip width apart again. We're going to roll the pelvis forward, roll it backwards, and let's stop halfway between those 2 points again. We're back to neutral. We'll interlock our fingers, take our hands to the back of our head and neck, nod the chin to support the back of the neck, keep it long and lengthened. And then this time we're going to come up to an oblique prep movement, or coming up for a nice oblique exercise. We're going to exhale as we lift up and twist and rotate your upper body to the right, and then lower back down. I think we did this back on one of the other days. Let's come up and twist and back down. We'll start off here again. Keep that lovely stable pelvis, Making sure the legs are not wobbling here. Exhale up, inhale down. As you come up, the head is really heavy in the hands, so the neck is really relaxed. As you come up, it's just one shoulder blade that comes off the mat, but you're trying to maximize that rotation as you twist to one side. You can see my low back stays still, my legs stay still as I turn over to one side. It's just one shoulder blade that comes off the mat and then back down, but I'm making sure I'm getting to that maximal rotation as I come up. Really starting to work those oblique abdominal muscles. If you feel you're not working it enough, let's progress on then in a moment. So this time as you come up to one side, let's bring the opposite leg to tabletop and drop. So opposite leg comes to tabletop and drop. And our aim here, it's not to let the elbow and knee touch, because then we're doing a crunch and we might sort of end up not keeping our low backs in neutral or our necks nice and neutral. So watch that you're not coming up enough that it's an actual crunch. And drop. If you can see, my elbow and knee don't need to touch. If they were coming up to touch, I'd be like this. So my neck is crunching, my low back is crunching. So maintain that neutral position. It's all you need. And drop. Lovely. Keep going at that level. Don't stop. But if anyone wants to progress another little bit, let's go and lift both legs up to double tabletop. Well done. We're going to lengthen then our left leg down, hover it. Let's lift and twist towards the right and hold it. And then we're going to stay here and hold that maximum rotation. Draw your belly button in, and let's go for 5, where we lower the opposite leg and lift, or lower the same leg I should say. 4. And let's really feel those tummy muscles. 3. And lift. Remember, you can go back to the easier level if you prefer. 2. And up, and last 1. And up. Lovely. Let's come down. We're going to get back into pelvic neutral, and we're going to go do that on the other side. So let's rotate up to the left. We're keeping the head really relaxed and holding the head, holding in our hands. Let's extend the opposite leg and lift. Let's go for 5 more. Exhale, lengthen, tummy pulled in, low back nice and still. That's it. 4 and 3. That's it. Really feeling those tummy muscles. Last 2 and 1 more. Back to center. Let's drop and hug our knees in. Well done. Let your tummy muscles totally relax now. Don't tighten them anymore. Let them go. Those muscles were working anyway, but by just us drawing that belly button down ever so slightly, you're getting that little extra connection through those muscles. We're making sure we're not doming, which would be where our tummy muscles sort of bulge upwards. And when they dome, they're maybe not contracting fully, and maybe I'm adding into a little bit of a loss of pelvic neutral. So you just want to make sure that you're not doming and you're drawing the belly button down, but then don't overdo it. So let's drop those legs back down. Bring your feet and knees together. Let the tummy really, really relax now. And bring your arms out to the side for one final movement here. We're going to turn our palms up to face the ceiling on both sides. Relax the shoulders, open the collarbones, and exhale as we rotate the legs as far as we can go to the right. Let's connect back with our breath again. Inhale to hold, and exhale to come back up. Let's go to the other side, all the way across. Nice breath in, and breath out. And again, all the way across. Nice breath in, and breath out. And swap all the way across. Breath in, and breath out. Last 2. As you rotate to one side of the legs, turn your head to look in the opposite direction. Nice deep breath in, and out, and swap. One last time. Head opposite direction to the legs. Let's come back to center. We're going to slide each leg out, reach the 2 hands overhead, and just thinking about a lovely stretch now through the abdominal area. Let those muscles relax. We'll take a nice deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. One more nice deep breath in through the nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, let's start to lift ourselves up, drawing up through the abdominals and stretch forward for one final stretch. Restack the spine, and we'll leave it there then for day 10 of our 28-day challenge. Well done, everyone.